So ladies, we're gonna talk about, how to find a husband today. Well, let me just preface this with, do y'all even want a husband right now? Or like, do y'all even care about, getting a husband in the next 10, 15, 20 years? Like, do you want to get married?
Mm-mm,
No? What
no.
do you want?
I eventually want to get married. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want?
Undecided.
Undecided?
I absolutely want a husband.
Do you want to be in a relationship?
No,
No?
that's yeah.
Yeah, because it's basically the same thing, but
Yeah.
before, yeah. Do you want at least a relationship? Because you said maybe not marriage, but do you want to
Yeah.
at least like be in relationships?
I'm still like up in the air.
Still up in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So sadly, this is going to be a hard show for y'all because you're not going to like a lot of the things if you're not trying to find a husband, But I might be able to actually convince you that you want one by the end of the show, possibly. Though I'll explain. I'll explain later. So let me go ahead and preface this with though. Ladies, so the pre-show that I did today was on this exact topic. It was a show for women, and like I was talking about like a lot of ways to find a husband, just spewing out, and that's kind of what we're going over. But I want to preface this by saying that I think that women that are overweight shouldn't be looking for a man or a husband. I know this sounds messed up, but it's just because you are more likely to get finessed because those guys like will act like they like guys will sleep with anything, but for the most part, in general, we're speaking in general here. In general, there's a guy that's like a 8, 9, or 10, and he will literally smash a 3 or 4 woman because that's just how guys are. Like, we're not the same as y'all. Whereas, like, we have different strategies. So, like, shout out to Dr. David Buss. He wrote a book called Evolutionary Desire, and like, it's one of the books where I take a lot of my studies from. And what he talks about how a guy's short-term mating strategy will be sleeping with damn near anything. A woman's short-term mating strategy is the complete opposite. There's actually like way more standards for the short-term guy, the guy that you're just gonna have a one night stand with. So like we're actually complete opposites when it comes to short-term mating, as they would say. But yeah, the reason why I bring up the overweight thing though is because if a woman's overweight and she's like a 4 and she's sleeping with a guy that's like an 8, she's gonna convince herself I'm an 8. And the next thing you know, she's like, I'm a hot girl, I got all this stuff. But in reality, all those guys are just using her. So it's like really essential to like lose your way and like become like a nice looking woman so you don't get finessed by a guy. I truly believe that women that are like 4, 5s, and 6s get more finesse than like an 8, 9, and 10 girl because they have such an ego with it.
You know what I think? I think it's like people who like lack in something gain something else. So like
oh, like lacking discipline and with eating, kind of.
Or no, not that. But like you mentioned, like
y'all are skinny girls, so
you mentioned.
We talk more into it. Oh. Hey, and Donnie, make sure that I'm muted, by the way, because I don't know if I unmuted everybody. Did I unmute everybody?
We're good.
Okay, just making sure. Go.
Yeah, like you mentioned, like somebody who's physically like a 4, 5, or whatever, right? Like they lack physical appearance, but they gain in some other aspect, like personality, like in that aspect. So like they're easier to love,
I'm telling you, it just depends. No, I actually like. Well, no, I actually kind of agree with you. I just think that's like an exception more than the rule because like there's just a lot of women. It really just depends, honestly. It really just depends. That's another thing that was prefacing a lot of this show with. Everything I'm about to say to y'all tonight, there's a lot of nuance. There's a lot of context. There's a lot of chance for exceptions to rules and stuff. So anything I'm saying, like obviously, it's not the rule. Like we're gonna like talk about both sides of it. I also, always say work on yourself first if you're a lady because you will get finessed if you're not worth anything yourself as a woman. Truth is, no one is gonna teach y'all a lot of this stuff too, ladies, because a lot of guys out here are going to lie to y'all and say certain things because they want to just have sex with you. So like anything that I say on the show, it's triggering or anything like that. Just realize I'm coming at this as like a brother, like as a cousin, as like a father, uncle figure. Like I have a daughter. I have a beautiful, stunning girlfriend at home right now, a beautiful girl. So I'm not here talking to y'all like I'm trying to or anything. I'm gonna sit here and talk to y'all like like a brother or cousin, and like, hey, just so you know, this is how men really are. This how like, I have no reason to lie to y'all. Okay. I just want to preface with that. Like, I have no reason to lie to y'all. It doesn't benefit me at all. Also, whenever it comes to these type of things, I would say that a lot of people are trying to turn y'all when it comes to dating advice. So like if you look at Cosmo or you look at Vogue or you look at your girlfriends, sometimes they're going to say stuff that is trying to like actually put you in a worse position and keep you single. Especially if you have girlfriends that are all single and y'all want to keep doing single stuff, they're going to do whatever it takes to keep you single sometimes. So you got to watch out on that side. Vogue, Cosmo, they're going to give you the worst advice because they want you to stay single, because if you're single, you're going to spend more money on beauty products. You're going to read more of their magazines. You're going to go and do everything that that they want you to do that's going to make them more money. A lot of people are giving out a lot of bad advice today because the 1% love making money off of us being single, men and women, both of us. When we come together and we're in relationships, you buy houses, you put in your 401k more, you focus on family. They don't want us doing none of that because then they don't make money off of us.